back to the Philippines. How does it feel like to be back home? Well, your second home. What did you miss most about our country?
What did I miss most? The weather, for sure, because I'm living in New York. It's cold, and I love the heat. I love it, and I love the people. I mean, the Philippines is so fun. Everybody is so excited, so warm and inviting. Everybody's smiling when you wave at them. So it's been really great to be back after 5 years.
As you know, the Filipino culture is very distinct.
Right.
And so is the culture in the United States. How do you think the two different cultures helped you become who you are and where you are in this journey?
Well, I feel very blessed because as a child, I would go to the Philippines in the summertime when I wasn't in school. I would go with my parents and my brother, and it was very different from growing up in Houston. I would have a perspective to see how my father grew up and how back home I had so many more means of comfort in Houston and in Texas. And my dad just showed me ways of even taking a shower. We would do it with the bucket and heat the water.
That's what you call
yes,
it.
yes, exactly. And so it really taught me to never take anything for granted. I mean, my father was lucky enough to have a college scholarship to come to America and build his American dream. So, you know, he really just showed me that whatever you want in life, you can go after with a lot of hard work, and being able to visit the Philippines just taught me never have anything for granted and be thankful.
The true Filipino spirit.
Right, yes.
You do a lot of things. You sew, you're a designer. If you weren't in Miss Universe now, where do you think you would be?
Designing, definitely. That's my true passion. I've had dreams of being a leading voice in the fashion industry and really just pushing sustainability. And actually, I feel like now that I'm Miss Universe, it's directing me on that dream, but kind of in a different way.
So you still want to pursue it?
Yes, absolutely. After my year is done, I want to continue to advocate for sustainability in the fashion industry and grow my brand.
Would you think about designing here?
Absolutely. I'm so inspired by the Philippine textiles. I mean, everything. And I've looked into a few factories here, manufacturing. I would love to continue to pour into the economy here. So it's definitely be things I'm thinking about and I need to look more into.
That's really good to know. And you are here, no?
Yes, last night I did. Yes, Mark Boomgarner was the designer, and I love it. I love the structure of the shape. There's power in the sleeves, so I really enjoyed wearing it.
Speaking of wearing a terno, do you feel a sense of responsibility being the first Asian American to win Miss Universe?
I would say so. It's definitely a responsibility because I am able to be a voice for so many people. To be an Asian American is a unique experience, and especially a Filipino American, but there's a lot of girls that can relate to me, and I just want them to understand that if you don't see somebody in your field or your workplace or your career, you can be the first one. You can be that trailblazer.
Obviously, you represented the United States.
Yes.
But do you feel like it was a win for the Philippines as well?
I think it was a win for both, and the Philippines celebrated it as well. So, you know, as I am biracial, I have two different cultures, and I think it's so important to celebrate both.
So let's talk about your win. How has your life changed since you won Miss Universe?
Well, it literally changed overnight. Before I won Miss Universe, I was still living in Houston, Texas. I was working at a nonprofit, and I was teaching sewing classes. So, I mean, I packed up my bags, and after the competition, the very next day, I flew to New York. I had a completely new job.
Yeah,
I was,
must have been a big
yes,
change.
a salary raise, definitely. And I've always dreamed of having a PR team, a talent manager, and people really asking me what are my what are my goals, what is my career, and what am I trying to portray through the year. So now having a team, I mean, that is really giving me the tools to succeed later in life, and I'm able to touch so many more people now as well.